Dream Team. It's your boy D Neal back with another reaction video, guys. Here we are with Aussies furious as tax returns shrink following offset changes. I'd be furious if my tax return shrunk too. That's something to be furious about. I don't even gotta watch the video. I'm furious with y'all. And I ain't even started the video and I'm furious with y'all. But before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to the channel, ring on the notification bell, get a video a thumbs up so it gets suggested. Aussies, what's going on?
It's tax time and people are peeved.
I just did my tax return. I owe $3,249.10.
I don't understand.
How much did you make? That's what I got. How much money did you make to have to owe $3K? Okay.
How you tax me so much, and then you're telling me that I still owe you money.
What?
Story, thank you. I don't understand how you tax me so much throughout the year, and then at the end of it, you're telling me that I still owe you money. How is it possible? How is it possible? Shouldn't be. I feel you.
You tax me so much, and then you're telling me that I still owe you money.
What in the heckity is going on?
What was once a joyful mid-year cash grab has turned into a dreaded tax debt.
Bitch, I got nothing else to give. Do you want my kidney next? That was a bit dramatic. Anyway.
And that's mainly thanks.
I got nothing else to give. You want my kidney next, bro? Like what do you want from me?
To the end of the LMITO, or the
low and middle income tax offset.
The scheme, brought in under the former government to counter cost of living pressures, recently came to an end.
What does that mean?
Well, it means millions of Aussies on a pay packet of between $37,000 and $126,000 per annum, who over the past 4 years received a temporary boost in their return, are now opening a much sadder tax packet.
Wow. That's all that was in there.
Nah. That's how lazy people do you. That's how a lot of chip bags will do you, bro. They're so full of air that it's sickening. It's sickening that you buy this big bag of chips and you get about half of the bag worth of chips, like, and the rest of it is just air, bro. Like, oh my god, I felt that one down in my soul. I felt this. That's
wow.
crazy.
That's all that was in there.
And middle-class gals like Claire, who we heard from earlier,
do you want my kidney?
Are having to pay the ATO.
I really thought that it would be a nice moment because when I normally get my tax return, I think to myself, you know, I've paid my taxes, I've paid my bills, I'm a good citizen, and surely I would get a little something back. I haven't done anything different, and I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all.
It's a kick in the guts for those already struggling with the cost of living crisis.
Living costs are so high, so whenever I get an extra bit of cash, it just goes into savings for rainy days. And unfortunately, the rainy day seems like it's the ATO. The ATO is the rainy day.
Claire's plea to the tax man?
Just help us broke girlies out here. And it's really hard. It's really, really difficult. And just throw us a bone. Just give us a little something back.
Or at the very least, just let us break even. Like, I don't know you don't know me, and we walk away. At the very least, right? Come on, I said cost of living going up. We got all these things we paying for. We ain't got no extra money. Any little money I get, I put away for a rainy day. And the ATO that became the rainy day. They taking a little money that I did put away. And I'm already paying so much taxes throughout the year. Why are you taking more?
And also, please don't put me in jail. I don't think I've done my taxes wrong.
Well, the tax mermaid, aka Helen Francis, Australia's favourite accountant and Jan Fran's second favourite sister, joins us now. Helen, we will get to the tax returns in a little bit, but first off, your right of reply. Who is your favourite sister?
Oh, well, you know I can't play favourites. I hate them both equally.
Okay. I really thought she was going to be nice to me on the television, but turns out no. Don't worry, Helen. I'll protect you from this. Jan,
Since when am I nice to you?
Not from you. Let's get into the tax talk, though, Helen, because people are getting surprise bills at the moment. Do you think that this outrage is justified?
Yeah, I would certainly say it's justified. Look, The main culprit for why everybody is receiving lower tax refunds or indeed maybe tax payables is the low and middle income tax offset becoming defunct. So after 4 years of that, everybody expected the same thing this year, and it was a tough pill to swallow when that's not the case, especially given rising rents, rising mortgages. It would have been the year for it, if anything, this year, but unfortunately it's a no-go.
Okay, Helen.
And the tax offset, did that start due to COVID? And I guess since they're kind of over it at this point, things are getting back to normal. So it's like, all right, we're getting rid of that now. But now it's like when things are at their highest, or now when we need them the most, and now this is the year that they get rid of it. Is that what's going on? Y'all help me out. Help me out. I'm an American. So I don't understand Australian taxes.
Let me ask you a question that I have certainly not asked you in real life, which is how do we avoid having to pay the tax man without breaking the law?
What are you talking about? You asked me that yesterday,
Yes,
and maybe
I did.
every day of my life. I would really encourage everybody to just take your time. Don't rush to get your tax return in. Go through your bank statement if you have to, line by line, and highlight every expense that could possibly apply to your work, just to give you the best chance at increasing your refund as much as possible, because it's not going to be as great as it was in the last few years, and that's just the way it is, unfortunately.
That is some
that's definitely what I'll be doing. I got apps for it, you know what I'm saying? I bought an app for like a week. Just put in my bank information. They went through my bank statements for me. I didn't even need to go through them. They picked out everything that they thought could be deducted, and then they said they gave me options and other things that they didn't know that, and I was like, no, deduct that too. But right, we can't. You lower middle class, we can't really afford to just be paying high taxes. We can't afford to pay you back taxes at all. Our worst case scenario in our heads is that y'all don't give us nothing. But for a scenario where we gotta pay the tax people at the end of it, that's beyond the worst case. That's beyond worst case scenarios that we've thought of. So yeah, you just gotta fumble around with it, go through every line, fumble around with your taxes a little bit until you get it to where it's like, I'm not paying y'all nothing.
Great advice, Helen. But I actually happen to know that you do Jan's taxes. So can you spill the beans? Has Jan Fran ever tried to claim something completely dodgy on her taxes?
Hang on, Helen, before you answer that question, just remember that I am your literal family. I am
swear
your
to
flesh
God.
and blood, and these people...
She has already said she doesn't love you as a sister.
These people are vultures, Helen. Proceed.
Look, I can't lie, Jan Fran. There's been a few things, I would say, but I think the one that kind of is at the top of that list might be a recent one, actually. The ridiculous mop that you bought.
You tried to claim a mop?
It's like $1,000.
$1,000 mop?
Oh my God!
A mop and a vacuum cleaner, and it was like, I found the...
Nah. Hey, you could pay for $1,000 mop. Hey, Jan, you might be... You might need to be paying taxes back to him. Jan, you paying for $1,000? Nah, you can afford that. The taxpayer definitely coming for you.
Transaction, I was like, what the hell is this? Is this a mop? And I was like, you can't claim a mop. You can't buy a mop through your company accounts. And she's like, but I need it to clean my workspace.
Oh.
There you go.
And there is the clincher, my friends. I work from home and I need a tidy office, and therefore I bought a very expensive mop.
Yeah.
That is true, Jan. I will give you that, actually. Know what I'm saying? It is, you work from home. Your home is your workspace. You need your home clean, right? So, therefore, the mop is being used for my workspace. So why can't I deduct it? I like your thinking, Jan. You gotta be willing to push the envelope. You gotta be willing to push the envelope to see what you can and can't get away with. Know what I'm saying? You gotta see where that line in the sand is.
Yes, but you work in a carpeted room, my friend, so don't know how that's supposed to fly.
Oh, here we go. The truth comes out. The vultures are fed.
When I put work from home on that text, the entire apartment is the workspace. The entire apartment, because I could be working in the carpet, but you know, maybe I'm writing down ideas in the living room. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I'm still doing work in other rooms of the house, just because I'm not actually like recording videos right here in front of the camera in a certain workspace. I'm working all over the crib, coming up with ideas. I'm writing down thoughts. I'm editing in the living room. I'm doing different things. I'm using the whole crib.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and I'm reminding myself not to rush. Thank you.
Thank you, Georgie. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Pass them up.
Yeah. This is why you shouldn't have your sister be your accountant, because they just know too much about you and you can't lie to them.
And definitely don't bring them on television.
Yeah, that's
the other lesson.
I enjoyed that though. But I mean, taxes just when you got to pay taxes, it just sucks. Nobody likes paying taxes, especially when you pay tax. You get taxed all throughout the year, and at the end of the year, you got to pay more taxes. It definitely sucks. That's all we got. You guys got a favorite video suggestion? You can subscribe to Patreon or drop it in the comment section. It's your boy D Neal. Out.